So today I'm going to do a repair. So I was an idiot and I bought some more sewer line because at my mom's house we have the ability to dump our gray tank, but it's about 60 feet away from where we put the camper. And the pipe that was underneath the Geo Pro, which is much longer, this is an adaptable pipe. It changes, you can extend it based on what you need. In any case, I thought two would fit, but it didn't, and I ended up breaking this. And so I ordered a replacement. Now this is the 48 to 60 length. No, this is the, I think, 38 to 60 length. What? I'm trying to record. Why does this concern you?
What is this issue?
I don't know.
What is he doing?
He's just looking at me, making noise. So this is the 38 to 60 length. I actually only needed 58 inches, so I thought this would be okay. I am going to use it because I'd already ordered it, but do not, if you need 58 inches, don't get one of these that goes to 60 because they only literally give you 2 inches of overlap in the middle, and I think it's going to be a little weak, so I'm going to have to do something about that. So then I ordered two more, but these are 48 to 80 inches, so that'll give me plenty of overlap. So we'll get these all out of the box and we're gonna get them fastened to the bottom of the camper. I went ahead and got me new screws to replace the ones they had for the one that was already up, and I'm gonna put the 60 inch there first. So I just ordered these replacements off Amazon, and you can find them on my store at thejohnnyoshow.com/promotions. The price is like 60 bucks for this shorter one. And honestly, if you price PVC, that's not an unreasonable price. It really isn't. Because PVC is not cheap, especially for, you know, this has to be slightly over 4 inch, so it's an odd size. So you'd have to buy 6 inch PVC to have enough room in there to fit all your attachments for your hose. So really 60 bucks for this is not unreasonable compared to other options. So the holes were already here, and I just got this started. Obviously you don't want to crank it all the way up because you need to get the other side fastened first. So I just got these up to about here so that it can move freely, and now we'll go to the other side and get those pinned up there. Alright, so I got this side all nice and up there. Now let's go back to the other side and finish tightening it up. I'm gonna try to put a bumper on this camper at some point. I don't know if it's even possible, but I've got some ideas, or at least a way to mount the spare on the back. But I still want to leave this area open just in case I have to fix this and use this to mount the spare. It's been rough trying to get the part to replace this that broke. So I can put this tube, each one of these tubes can fit about 20 feet of pipe. Now this is the 80 inch one, so it's going to be a little more sturdy. You'll see what I mean. If you look, see, this is the 60. I don't like that. I'm probably going to put a clamp on the middle somehow to make it a little stronger, because I see that as being a problem. And that's why I say don't get the 60 inch. It's just not. That's just dumb. They shouldn't sell it as being good for 60 inches. This one expands to 80 inches. Already a lot more stable, as you can see. Even though this is only 58 inches wide, definitely go with 80 inch versions of these, not the 60 inch. I think I'm gonna go here for it, right there. I think that's as good as any, and it'll clear everything. So I'm gonna put these here. I'm gonna just mark this with a Sharpie. Right about there. All right, now I don't have this completely tight because it's hanging down, so I want to give it plenty of slack. But you want to leave enough clearance that you can actually open this door. Although I'm never going to be opening it from this side anyway, because the black tank is on the other side, so it doesn't matter a whole lot. But anyway, just be aware of that. Now, you're not going to be able to see the angle because how I'm filming it. I
I could measure this, but I'm going to be a little lazy for that. I'm going to just make sure it lines up straight with the frame, and that'll be close enough. Because obviously if you're too far that direction, it's going to stick out further on one side and less on the other. If you're too far this direction, it's going to stick in on this side and out on the other. So that's how I'm going to just tell that I've got this in the right spot. So I'm going to go ahead and mark these with my Sharpie and then get this fastened up on this side. All right, I got two now. Another thing is, notice the inside pipe I have towards the side that I'll be taking the hose in and out of. So here's my hose. I can pull it out. Comes out, no issue, doesn't hang on anything. When I go to put it back in, notice I can just put it back in. It's not hanging on anything. No issues at all. If you try to put this in from the other side, as soon as you hit the smaller pipe, this is going to hang on it. Now you can jiggle it and get it over it sometimes, but why fight it? Like I said, if I was pushing it in from the other side, it would hit this lip that's inside that pipe. So that's why you want to put the smaller pipe on the side that you're going to be constantly pulling this in and out from. Don't put the bigger pipe, and that'll just be a lot smoother for you to use these when you're putting things in and out. All right, so got that in place. Now I'm going to put my other 20 foot in here. So here's an example. I've got this fitting on here, and if I was trying to feed it from the other side, it would hang up as soon as it hits that lip. But because I've got the smaller pipe on this side that I'm putting it in on, there's no lip for it to hang up on. So that was 20 feet of pipe. And like I say, that's about as much as you can fit in here comfortably. If you try to fit in more, it's going to put tension on these and bust this door. That's what I've already learned the hard way. There, I've got 40 feet of pipe. Now to mount the next one. Also, when I got my first pipe, this wasn't attached. This one end was not attached. And you could probably glue it again with just the PVC glue. But if you look at these, they just use they used a hot tool, and it's not a rivet. It's really not. They melt it with something, and it melts all the way through the pipe, and that's what holds it into place. And so I just used my solder iron and just stuck it right in there and melted it. So as you can see right there, I just melted it with my solder iron. I actually they only have 3 points they did that. I went ahead and did it in 5 points. So basically I just remelted it, and that secured it on. So that's one way to do it. Alright, so this isn't the original spare that came with this trailer. I had to replace it because the other one fell off. But it looks like it'll just clear. I mean, like, if I decide to use that again, it should just clear. If not, I'll deal with it at the time. But again, I want to make this a bumper mount or something else. I don't want it under here. This is a nightmare. You don't want to ever buy a camper that's got the spare tire underneath. It's just stupid. Don't do it. If you see a camper that's got the spare tire underneath, run the other direction. I'm going to take this last one and I'm going to mount it here on this side. And that should clear everything. And so that'll give me my 60 feet of storage. I can't mount it to the front because, well, I could. And there is room to do it in front of the tank. You could mount it in front of the tank. There is room to do it right up there towards the stabilizers. However, I'm going to be changing these to a different type of stabilizer, and I want to make sure I have plenty of clearance for how those mount, so I don't want to put it there. So I'm going to take this last pipe, and it's going to go right there. All right, putting in the last pipe, give me a total of 60 feet. There we go. So I had a clamp from when I did the air intake on my truck, and it's better. But so it should be okay. It's not as wobbly as it was, as you can see. But like I say, over here are the 80-inch ones. They don't flex at all. So yeah, but putting the clamp on the 60-inch seems to, I think that'll last for a little bit. It shouldn't put too much flex on the ends there and wear them out, cause them to break. So I think we're okay as long as this clamp stays on. Got it as tight as it'll go. But again, I would not recommend the 60-inch. It literally is 60 inches. You can't extend it to 60 inches and actually use it. They're only giving you like 2 inches of overlap at 58 inches. So yeah, it's false advertisement. But or just stupidity in how they listed it. Because the whole pipe extended is 60 inches, but then it's literally, you've got 2 separate pieces at that point. However, aside from that, they seem to be fine. If you're in the market for these tubes, you can get them from my Amazon store at thejohnnyoshow.com/promotions. Make sure to go there and you should find a link for them in the store. You can follow any of those links, and then when you shop from Amazon from any of those links, I'll get a kickback from Amazon. So I would appreciate the support, and I think I'm done here. I'm gonna put all my tools away and call it a day. In my next video, I'm gonna be fixing one of the drawers that completely fell apart on the bottom. Those drawers something breaks different on them each time. I just need to overhaul the whole drawer. So the rail's held up and now the drawer's falling apart. So that's gonna be my next project.